dreamer, welcome back to the Dreamer to Achiever channel, where you'll find the skills, strategies, and encouragement to make your dreams come true. Today, we're diving into a topic that I'm sure is going to pique your curiosity as we explore one of the most common thinking traps of all time. Red alert! Red alert! Beware black and white thinking. Why is it so important to take a look at thinking traps? Well, they can really interfere with your ability to move forward, to achieve your goals. They're places where you can get stuck and sometimes even take some steps backwards. But don't worry, we've got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll receive some stellar strategies to help you not only be aware of thinking traps, but break free from their clutches. So, let's get to it. Let's say you're making a decision or facing a problem in your life. Our brains are hardwired to want to find the most simplistic way to deal with that. When it comes to decision making, your brain usually presents you with two choices because that's the easiest type of choice to navigate. This dual thinking, because it only gives us two choices, is very limiting. We see things as good or bad, fair or unfair, black or white. And we do this because it's the most simplistic. However, this is very limiting because it reduces our choices, our options. It doesn't help us to see all those shades of gray. It prevents us from thinking outside of the box. So, how can you recognize black and white thinking? It's really quite easy. If you're engaged in black and white thinking, you'll be using words like always, never, everything, nothing, everybody, nobody. Those are absolute words. There's absolutely no other possibilities than those words. For example, telling yourself, I never succeed at anything, or everyone always disappoints me. These sweeping generalizations limit your perspective and leave no room for growth. But before we delve deeper, let's hear some examples of black and white thinking that are common to teens and young adults. Be sure to listen for that absolute language. If I don't get a perfect score on this test, I'm a failure. If my crush doesn't like me back, no one will ever love me. If I'm not the best on my team, I shouldn't bother playing. If I make a mistake, I'm a terrible person. If I'm not popular, I must be a loser. If I don't get into my dream college, my life is ruined. If I don't have the perfect body, I'm ugly. If I'm not talented at something, I'll never succeed in life. If my friends don't ask me to hang out with them, they must not like me anymore. If I'm not happy all the time, something must be wrong with me. When I do something, it's either perfect or it's a complete failure. Whether it's tests, projects, I find myself constantly going back and forth between these two extremes, and it's incredibly exhausting. I wish I could find a way to break free from this limiting mindset. If you recognized any of those thoughts as ones that you've had, You are not alone. Black and white thinking is one of the most common thinking traps that people fall into. If you find that you fall into this trap often, don't worry, because I've got some stellar strategies to help you break free from these traps. Let's explore a few stellar strategies. Strategy number 1 is to recognize the shades of gray. If you're faced with a decision, think about all the different possibilities for that decision. Don't stick with the easy all or nothing. Look for those shades of gray. Number 2, embrace the power of yet. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I love the word yet. Yet is part of a growth mindset, and it can really help you with this thinking trap. Consider the person who said that if the person she was interested in didn't like her, then she wasn't lovable or she wasn't likable. Okay? That's not a great thought to have. So start to change it and reframe it by saying yet. Instead of saying, I'll never find a girlfriend or a boyfriend, say, I don't have one yet. Yet, that powerful word. If you made a mistake on a test, I haven't passed the test yet, rather than I always fail. Use that word yet. Again, it's a very powerful word. Number 3, practice mindful self-reflection. This is key for self-awareness. If you notice that you've used any of those absolute words, stop and reflect. Stop and think. Is that really the best way to describe the situation in an absolute way? Think about things you could say instead. Think about the power of yet. Think about what you were experiencing or feeling when those thoughts came to mind. Self-reflection and self-awareness are powerful tools. Number 4, seek diverse opinions. Surround yourself with different ideas, different thoughts, and different experiences. Talk to people in your lives and ask them what they might do in that situation, or gain their perspective on something. If you're looking at other people's perspectives, especially diverse perspectives, then you'll start to see that life really isn't as black and white as you thought it was. Number 5, what is the truth? I said in my last video that the truth will set you free, and it will be a strategy to use with every single thinking trap. What is the truth of the situation? If you've used those absolute words, is that really the truth? Or does the truth lie in the gray? Congratulations, you have survived this red alert to beware of black and white thinking. In doing so, you have learned a bit about what it means to use black and white thinking, why our brains like it so much, as well as you've learned some strategies for dealing with black and white thinking and looking at the truth. Remember, our world is not black and white. There's a beautiful painter's palette of colors in between. Well, that wraps up our video today. If you found any of this helpful, please like and subscribe. Remember, you have the power to catch these thinking traps before they catch you. Until next time, keep on dreaming. Bye for now.